I know we just talked about this in our last meeting about cultural appropriation.
Yes, well, yes, I do, because I think cultural appropriation exists everywhere, and uh, we often have a tendency to have a moral judgment on cultural appropriation, and we have a tendency to think that it's bad, but it depends how it's done, really.
Hmm.
And I mean, cultural appropriation can be done, as you said, to recognize another culture, and to valorize it, as a form of recognition and honor, you
Hmm.
know. Um, but it can also be done, in a very negative sense, to put down or even destroy the other culture, and take their practices away from them, to make them your own, and to pretend that that they're yours. So that's not very healthy, if you believe in cultural diversity. But it can be a very healthy process if it's done in a respectful way. And if you recognize the origin of the practice, and that it belongs to another culture. So I think cultural appropriation, it depends. It has negative connotations, but it depends how it's done. And cultures borrow from one another all the time. And I think it's not the borrowing of cultural traits from another culture that is bad. It's how it's done.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
with what intention.
Hmm.
Because it can be done in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would say. In that would be my bottom line.